What's up, you guys? This is my last video of 2018. It's about to be 2019. This is kind of crazy. But I'm going to talk about what's attractive. Now, I'm not talking about what guys think are attractive in girls or what girls think are attractive in guys or whatever. But this is just generally what's attractive to me. Just through conversations in general, people find these traits attractive in people in general. So originally I made an Instagram story. If you like, you can follow me on Instagram at Mulatto-Lee. I made an Instagram story just basically saying things that I find attractive. And I got a lot of people agreeing with that. So with that being said, let me list a couple things, starting with number one, okay? And the reason I'm making this video is because I think people could probably apply some of these traits to either themselves, to make themselves maybe more attractive in general, or maybe they don't really know what they like in other people. They're trying to figure that out. Or maybe they're putting pieces together, and some of these make sense for you, what you can find when you're looking for someone to find attractive. Now, everyone's version of what is attractive is different, but I think these are pretty general, that what people would find attractive. So, number one, I have having goals to better your life and actively pursuing those goals to better your life. So basically, it's really attractive when people have an interest or something that they want to do in life, rather than just taking life day by day and just living, essentially. They have specific things that they want to do in life, and they go after those things. Those type of qualities in a person, to see that they're not only just talk, but they actually follow through with their actions, is something pretty attractive. So for example, if certain people may be on a weight loss journey, certain people may be training to run a 5K marathon. Some people may say, you know what, I want to learn how to cook one meal a week, and they actively do that. Or I want to take up photography. I want to learn how to do self-defense. I'm gonna get into some type of extracurricular thing outside of your normal life, and you can set a goal towards that and accomplishing that. Now, that this could be career, this could be school, this could be hobby, like a fun activity, but whether that is, it is something that that you have a goal in your life. Let's say, for example, you say, I want to live in an apartment outside of my parents' house. I want to buy a house. I want to do this. And you're actively making a conscious effort to do that. That's attractive to me. Number two, having passion to help other people and to make the world a better place. Me, as a very positive, optimistic person, I can't stress to you how attractive it is when I see people taking the effort to volunteer, to work at like a food kitchen, or people that go out of their way to do a nice deed for someone, or just, it doesn't have to be like this huge global scale thing, like, you know what, I'm gonna do something that's gonna change the entire, it's just like small things, one baby thing at a time, which is amazing. Or even people that are social media influencers or creators, like YouTubers, that they don't like, maybe they're not roasting people, or maybe they're not talking negatively, but they're trying to inspire others, or they are maybe even making comedy videos and just trying to make people laugh. I think having a passion to make the world a lot better than how we came into this world is a very attractive trait to me, regardless of how you're going about doing that. Some are more obvious and some are more kind of like in the works, but I think that is a very attractive trait to have, is to want to better the world. Number three, good hygiene and you smell good. Okay, it's attractive to take care of yourself. So the last thing you want to do is be stinking. You didn't brush your teeth. I mean, things happen, whatever. But at least like making the effort to have good hygiene. Just doing the certain steps needed to have good hygiene. And I have videos on my YouTube channel that you guys can check out if you want to, on like skincare or like just different hygiene things that you can do to take care of yourself. Because if you can take care of yourself, you're basically showing that you can take care of other people. So if you can, if you care about your appearance, then I think that shows that you care about how you're perceived, and I like that. That's attractive to me. To me, speaking properly, but being able to switch it up depending on the context or the situation. So nobody has to be this cookie cutter person where they're like, oh yes, I must talk in this manner because of this. You know, like no, that's not even realistic. But you could just be in different social circles and know how to communicate with different people in different areas. So you could be with an elite class of people, and you're not. And you know how to act in certain groups of people, and then you know how to, you know, like if you're from the streets, or you're from somewhere where, like, you know, like people don't communicate as eloquently, or don't have a very articulate way of speaking, they can still communicate You can still communicate with those kind of people. So you're not just like a stickler. Like you know how to mix and mold in different social circles. A good sense of humor, and you're not easily offended. I cannot stress enough to you guys, like in 2018, it seems like everybody's offended about something. It seems like everybody's upset, everybody's mad, like you make a baby joke and somebody's crying, right? Like just being able to laugh with a person and have like a mutual sense of humor is fantastic. You know, nothing is worse than like you're trying to tell somebody a joke and they're like, it's not funny. You're like, bro, are you not alive right now? Is this not funny to you? You know what I mean? So I think like having a mutual sense of humor and being able to laugh together but not being overly sensitive about subjects is attractive. I mean, there's certain like, you know, when you're talking to a person, like what type of limitation that you can have when you're communicating with somebody. But I think just being able to have some type of, just be funny. Like, I love Dave Chappelle. He's a hilarious comedian. Cat Williams, hilarious comedian. Just be able to have a sense of humor. That's attractive. To be able to laugh with someone, to share something that's funny, that's attractive to me. Maintaining a positive outlook on life is attractive. There's so many people that have entered my life that have a negative perception of how everything is. Like, oh, my life's terrible. I can't believe like this is like this and that is like that. And Now, I understand life is hard. Nothing is easy. But when you constantly go through life with this negative perception on everything, and like nothing's ever going to get better, it's not attractive. If anything, it pushes people away. If anything, people don't want to be around people that are always nagging, always complaining, always saying something bad. I mean, you tell me if you like being around someone who is always sad. Yes, it's nice to try to give people advice to try to help them through whatever they're going through, but if nothing you're saying is getting through to them and they continuously are negative, I don't like it. I have to distance myself because that drains my energy. I'm a positive, happy person. So if I'm around somebody who's like that, it just drains my energy and I can't be around it. I just can't. Having a hobby or something that is very unique to you, I mean, you're not all about me or not all about a certain person, right? What I mean by that is I want to root for you. I want to be your biggest supporter. But if I love me and if you love me, that's great. But I want to love you and what you do as well. So whether it's painting, drawing, running, skiing, maybe you're a professional, maybe you do bowling, maybe you adopt cats, or you have like a safe haven for animals, or you're passionate about animals, or you're passionate about just something that you're passionate about other than your relationship, because you cannot depend all of your happiness into one particular person, because when that ends, you'll have this realization that that person that you thought was your entire world is gone. So does that mean your world's gone? No, because you're still alive, you're still living in the world. So I think it's very important for people to have hobbies and things that they like to do outside of their relationship, because one, that's attractive. It shows that like you actually have a life. You don't just go home and just sleep. Like you actually have interest in living. Like you might be a gamer, you might be a photographer, you might, I'm thinking on the artsy side of things, but you might have something that you might like horseback riding, you might like, you might be a farmer, you might like hunting, whatever you do, like that hobby is attractive. And then the person who's interested in you is gonna be interested in your hobby. So I think it's attractive to have a hobby. You're responsible and you don't need to be baby. I am in my 20s, okay? I'm not in high school. I'm not in college. It's really attractive when somebody is independent and not dependent on mommy and daddy for all their needs. Even if you are in high school, or even if whatever, like it's good to be independent and not be so reliant and dependent on other people. It's attractive to have that confidence to know, you know what, I'm gonna take care of this, I got this. Because that way, you know that if ish hits the fan, if something goes wrong, you got it together. Like they don't go, what am I gonna do? Like my mommy's not here. You know, some people never grew up with parents, so they had no choice but to be independent. So those people know nothing but being independent. Some people had their parents and they were dependent on them their entire life. And there's nothing wrong with having parents. There's nothing wrong with having people love you and your family. But if you lack independence, that shows a little bit of immaturity to me, and that's not attractive. So having independence is attractive. Not being so reliant on another person for your well-being is attractive. And I already have a child, so I don't want to baby a grown adult person who's over 18. Having a relationship with God. Now, I believe in Jesus. That's a preference of mine. I believe in Jesus personally. And having a relationship with a higher power is an amazing thing. And a lot of people may agree or may disagree, but it's not until you have a personal experience, a spiritual experience, that you will understand that. But being able to have a relationship with God and just being aware that there's something, this form of the universe, a higher power, higher being, spiritual element in life that is looking after you, and just being able to pray and pray with someone and be able to be thankful for the world around us is a beautiful thing to share with another person. So that is attractive to me. Being logical and down to earth and not living in la la land. Okay, that's attractive. All right, so what I mean by that is, like, you gotta be realistic sometimes, okay? Now some people are like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this, but then it's like, but what about this? You know, some people don't think logically about their actions. They may think like, what's a scenario where you wouldn't be logical? I know if I spend $600 on lottery tickets that I'm gonna win the lottery. That's not a fact. That's not logical. That doesn't have any, you don't have any, I mean, maybe some type of statistic or percentage will say if you invest this amount in something, you'll get this. But if you live your life in this fairy tale universe in your mind, there's no guarantee that that thing's gonna happen. So sometimes you gotta put your foot down and be like, okay, let me think about this from a logical perspective. If this were to happen and this were to happen, does that really mean that that is gonna happen? No, it's good to have hope, but that doesn't mean that that would happen necessarily. Being trusting and consistent. Now what I mean by that is, there's so many sketchy people in this world. I personally have experienced so many people that tried to screw me over out of so many different things in life that my trust is limited. Like, a lot of the times I give people my trust until there's a reason not to trust them. But there's been a wide variety of people that has mess with my trust, thus making me have a little bit of trust issues. And it's in the media, it's in the music, like you can't trust these people, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So being a person that's being trustworthy and you have consistency, so like you do the same things consistently. You're nice consistently. You communicate to someone consistently. Your personality doesn't fluctuate from day to day. You are the same person you were yesterday. That is attractive. To have consistency and to be trusting. To be open, to be honest, and to be consistent. That is attractive. Confidence. Having confidence in yourself is attractive. Now I'm not talking about arrogance. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence. Arrogance is acting like you're better than other people. Confidence is knowing that you don't care about other people necessarily. You're more internally grateful, more internally accepting of who you are, and you embrace that. That is attractive to me. So, with those qualities in mind, if you have other qualities that you find attractive, please list them below. But I think these are attractive traits that I think you can use in your life, and just how to be a more attractive person in general. And maybe you can have these traits so when you're looking for another particular person, that you will attract your soulmate, attract your lover, attract good positive friends in your life, those type of traits, and people that you have a mutual common interest with, and you just have a good life. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching it. 2018 about to go to 2019. I'm about to edit this right now, so maybe a couple hours. It's about 5 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna see when I can get it done. All right, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content where I'm just talking to you guys about just life things. I can do that. I'm really trying to be more consistent, speaking of that, in 2019. All right, you guys, take it easy.